Hi, my name is Milana Premkumar, and I'm currently a junior public health major, and I'm also an intern at Dr. Sarah Webb's lab at the Department of Child Health, Behavior, and Development at Seattle Children's Research Institute. I'm presenting my research project on the age of first parental concern of language or behavior and later language development in youth with autism spectrum disorder, using the data collected by the GENDAAR study. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is a neurodevelopmental disorder which is commonly associated with impairments in social communication and repetitive behaviors. Early diagnosis of ASD has shown to have a positive language trajectory in life. The more delayed the diagnosis is, the more likely the child will have impaired language functioning later in life. This study aims to evaluate the relationship between the age of first parental concern of language and behavior and later language development in children with ASD. Additionally, we will be exploring gender differences within this relationship. 25 females and 33 males diagnosed with ASD from the NIH-funded ACE GENDAAR study were included in our analysis. Parents completed a clinician-administered interview called Autism Diagnostic Interview Revised, or ADIR, and answered questions on age of first concern, of development concern, and age of behavioral concern in hindsight. The later language abilities were based on clinical evaluation of language for, or self for, formulated sentences and recalling sentences subscales. Self-war formulated sentences is where the participant would have to formulate a compound sentence. Self-war recalling sentences is where the participant would have to recall a collection of sentences. Participants also completed the differential ability scale IQ measure. All the children in the study had a verbal IQ greater than 70. So for our aim 1, we wanted to see if there was a correlation between age of first concern and later language ability. The results indicated that there's a significant positive correlation for verbal IQ and self-for formulated sentences, but not for the self-for recalling sentences. When the age of first concern was higher, the later language skills was also greater. For aim 2, we looked at the gender differences. In males, the age of first concern and later language ability via the verbal IQ and recalling sentences were positively correlated, which shows that the older the age of concern, the higher the language skills. And the younger the age of concern, the lower the language skills. There is no significant correlation for females in any of the variables. Looking at aim 3, we looked at the early hindsight from parents and if it relates to a better later language ability. The results indicated that there was no significant difference across any of the groups for both males and females. Finally, to wrap everything up, our overall results indicated that there is a positive correlation for age of parental concern and later language skills. The older the child was when parents noticed these signs and concerns, the better the child's language skills were later on. The parents that noticed concerns earlier may have noticed since their child could have been showing higher severity of autism, which would lead to lower language skills later in life. There weren't significant differences observed for females. A limitation to the study is the small sample size and unequal distribution of males and female ASD participants. We also didn't factor in severity of autism symptoms, which could have impacted language skills. This research can help parents understand the importance of recognizing language delays in their children earlier, and we also recommend further research to look at other factors like demographic, socioeconomic status, and other interventions that could possibly impact language development. I want to thank all the families who participated in the study and the GENDAAR network for their data collection and analysis. I also want to thank Dr. Newhouse for reviewing my poster, and I also want to thank my awesome mentor, Mega, and my PI, Dr. Webb, for their support and mentorship.